Hey everybody, Danny Shea in his bathrobe trying to put up a video. For those of you who are new, I apologize. I'm ranting a lot today. I don't know what it is. But this is the last time I'm going to start and stop and start and stop. Happy 5th of July. Topics I want to hit on. I want to hit on the divide of the U.S. We just got done with the 4th of July. I went to a small town celebration to celebrate the independence of the United States. And this year I didn't feel as that there was a polarization as much as I did last year. I really felt I don't belong here because it was like you put up a flag with the word Trump on it, and I go, that's disrespecting the flag. Remember Easy Rider, when that came out, that movie came out? Everybody's going, he's disrespecting the flag, but now you can write Trump on it. And it's like, oh no, that's good. Put his ugly mug on there. Oops, sorry. Some people think he's beautiful. All right, now some people just, see where I'm going with this? Sorry, okay. So this year I felt it was better. I felt that I did belong in a certain way. It was still weird because I go, is somebody gonna, create some craziness? Because there was a lot of military vehicles, old World War II, Vietnam vet guys in tanks and stuff going down the street. And I'm going, this could get ugly really quick in my little town. And it did get really ugly in other towns. But getting back to the flag thing, in the AP, there was an article where conservatives, people who are afraid to hang a flag out their house, do not feel comfortable doing it in their community, so they're moving to another community where they feel safe. They were talking about a cop in LA being afraid to fly his thin blue line flag in LA, so he moved to Idaho, I think. And then there was a woman in, I can't remember the state, Alabama, let's just say, who wanted to fly a rainbow flag, but she didn't feel comfortable. So I don't know, I think she's moving. I didn't read the whole article. I just saw the two flags and I thought, okay, that's really interesting. Are we going to get together? Are we going to get together as a country? Are we going to come together as a country and find this a balance in this? In this divide? Are we going to find a balance in this divide as a nation? All right, let's just see what I get. My cards, my hands, just being... We have the Star of Hope, but it looks like there's going to be a little lightning strike coming. We have the Queen of Wands, which is, in this card, it's a little celebration with new energy, this isn't, and when I look at the Queen of Wands, I go, well, she's right next to the King, but the King is old school, The king is, this is the way that I want things to go. The queen brings another new energy to it that's a little lighter. And then we have the fool. Are we going to come together as a country? It feels like, I'm going to pull this down so y'all can see what I get. So it feels like we're certainly on a new journey with the Fool. We have the Star of Hope, but there is, in this star card, there is an electrifying moment that is bringing hope and calmness, new ideas that's going to start us on a new journey. But this star card, I got to pull out my Galactic deck now. This star card is letting me know about the new awareness that we are going through with all of the energies that the earth is being bombarded with. Nancy Jean had a great video on the new energies, riding the wave. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's really good. She's getting ready to do her 9 candles again, which are always great. So what is the Galactic Heritage deck have to say about this reading, in this star reading? And the card that flipped out was Renewed Hope. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the United States where we're not paying attention to certain things. It's going to be something totally new. We have a renewed hope with this. I got to ask about the letting go. How is that going to go? Because the Queen of Wands energy, she's light, she's energetic, she's going, yeah, she's supportive. Like, just feel the Mother card with her. Seduction and addiction. Ah, this is great. Seduction and addiction. To me, this is like the Devil card in tarot. The seduction and addiction card. As we're being seduced by media events and new phones, new cars, new this, we get addicted to the old ways, and we can't break free to jump into this Fool energy. But this electric energy that's coming from the Star card, we're in for it, because we have the Atlantean energy. So without looking at the book and the definitions of the cards, in my awareness, what I have found is that in the past, there was the Atlanteans and Lemurians. The Atlanteans created weapons that the Lemurians didn't really like. They were more warring, and Lemurians more joyful and peaceful. And if that's the truth, then the Atlantean age in the past is talking about the divide, what is going on. And we have to go through that divide to get to the peace. So just know we are on a new journey. There is a lot of comfort, a lot of hope, a lot of new ideas. Look at all those candles she's got. All those new ideas coming forth, new passions. And it's all being tied to the star of hope. Renewed hope. But we got to get past the seduction in the addiction, which is in the present, and we have to let go of the past of war is the answer. Easy. Just let go of the past. War is the answer. All right, so there was something I wanted to read on that sparked my interest with this new beginning. Let me pull up my phone again, because we could read on, let's read on the nuclear power plant. I don't know why I'm hearing that that is old energy technology. That is the part of the addiction that we're holding on to. So in Ukraine, there is a nuclear power plant that the Russians have held on to for a while. And Ukraine is saying that Russia is sabotaging it, putting bombs in the cooling water. And Russia is saying that Ukrainians are sabotaging it, and they're going to blame Russia. I mean, who are we going to believe in this situation? Did you hear another one of some banker that fell out of a window again in Russia? Tell you what, those windows they're dangerous in Russia. So I didn't hear much more about it. She was a young woman. I don't know if she was against Putin or for the Wagner group or what was going on, but she fell out of a window. And they said, oh, well, she was drunk. She had drugs in her system. Oh, it's that dang addiction card again. As if you can't pop a pill in somebody's mouth and throw them out the window. For entertainment purposes only. Where's my card? Anyway. So I'm not going to say who's right, who's wrong. That's not the reading I want to do with it. I'm going to do a galactic read with this as well. Maybe I'll use my new Starstream Oracle deck for that. Yes, I will. But I want to read on, is the world looking at this? And are they let's just look. How is the world looking at this nuclear power plant that is reportedly, possibly, sabotaged with bombs? How is the world, NATO, all the other countries, looking at this? What are they doing? How are they looking at it? They're just watching. Oh, me no like. Me no like. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do a full spread. So bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Still there? Okay, good, good, good. Good, good, good. All right. Better. Okay, let me bring this down and then you guys can see what I'm looking at. Do you see that? See how messy it is? Okay, just kidding. So, first card. What's the world thinking about this nuclear power plant? They're a little on edge. This is kind of, they may be coming up with a new plan, Page of Pentacles. They may have an idea of what to do. They're watching it, right? They're kind of balancing. They're going, should we do this? Should we do that? What? They're just kind of hanging on, because that's what she's doing. She's hanging on. And then we have the Three of Wands overseas. This is a planning card. Let's just look, check out the waves. Dude, Kawabunga, what's going on? Okay, looking at the waves, checking things out. Ooh. And as I looked at this card, there is that wave. And with everything, when you're near the ocean, we used to time the waves to get into the ocean. As I mentioned before, I used to teach diving. And we would go on these beach dives. Okay, digression. We would go on these beach dives, which were just brutal, because a wave would come and kick your butt and knock you down, and you'd roll and roll back and roll back. And so you had to be really careful. And so you would count the sets of waves. And some people would say the waves come in sets of 7. Some people would say waves come in sets of 12. And I said, whenever you get it right, whenever you figure out what the sets are, you got to watch the ocean, count the sets. Whenever you think you have it right, know that you don't, and that a wave's going to come and knock you on your butt. And it's always getting low, getting to the center of gravity, being ready for that wave to hit you, and just standing in your power, which is kind of weird, because that's what I think about all the time, standing in my power. And maybe it needs to be crouched down. Maybe I shouldn't be standing so tall. Depends on the situation. Well, I don't know where that came from. So there is something that I feel with this card that is coming. It's the wave that's going to knock us on our butts. And I'm like, oh, okay. Something, the bottom of the reading, is going to be released. And this is the Judgment card. This is not good for the people around that nuclear power plant. I would be getting out of there. I'd be going, oh, hell no, this isn't good. In the past, as it relates, okay, this is the Sun card. What is nuclear reactions? It's a fusion. They're kind of trying to mimic the sun. There's a lot of battling over, and this is, so he's got a little fireball up there. People are falling. It's not like a tower moment devastation card. However, if you look at this, it's a tower moment devastation card because of this energy that they're trying to recontrol. The potential near future. Two of Cups. Okay. How is the world going to react? They're going to come together with this. They're going to try to separate something. And I see the Two Cups separate the water from the radioactive. I don't know. Okay. So I wanted to keep going because this, just to see where it goes. Internally, what's going on? It's not going to be as bad as they think. We got the Nine of Cups. So I think they are going to contain it somehow with the help of the world, the Lovers. This is in the external position from me. The hopes and fears. We have the Temperance card, balancing things out. the sun and the moon, the nuclear reaction with maybe some unknown stuff. They're going to come out with some new help. This is the final outcome. They're coming out with some new help. The Wheel of Fortune and moving on. So this is a karmic thing that is going to show the world what is going on with these autocrats, with these people that just go on, with Putin. It's Putin. They've had enough. He's gone. Not too soon, because too soon would have been 20 years ago. Okay, 60 years ago. Never mind. I was going to say something. I was going to say something that was going to get me in trouble. Oh, let's do the Galactic cards. All right, so the Galactic cards with this nuclear, if what I'm seeing is right, that there is going to be an accident, it's not going to be that bad. Now, when I talk about the Galactics coming in to help, I get a lot of people saying they don't do that. We have to take care of things ourselves. Yes. But for those people who are saying that we need to take care of ourselves, we need to deal with this on this planet, have you ever prayed to God? Just asking. A friend wanted me to ask you that. It wasn't me, a friend of mine. You know, there is so much that our 3D experiences that we're getting blown up with this, not literally, but we are becoming more and more aware that we access so much more than feel, touch, physically see. If we use our 3D telepathic minds, when we start working that and learning how to creatively use that and harnessing that ability, and when I say harnessing that ability, it's the harnessing the squirrel moments in meditation, keeping us grounded in the meditation, not having a stray thought come in to disrupt the meditation. And when it does, we get right back into it again. Does that make sense? So, the galactic message. So, I'm just thinking about the force, the galactic force that's out there, that is watching the worlds, watching this Earth evolution. And for me, I believe what the messages that I get is that there is a galactic force out there. They are concerned with Earth, this experiment, because of all the diversity, all the emotional qualities that this planet has. So there is a concern. They do like it. They go, this is neat. A little chaotic, but it's pretty neat down there. There's some really amazing highs that we get to experience. And then there's those really amazing lows, but that's all part of it. But then there's some stupid stuff going on, like this nuclear power plant. Now, hey, what are you doing? You're destroying a big section of this great emotional experiment. So I'm asking my Galactic Council, my Galactic Council of Peace. A lot of times when I meditate, I'll feel a part of a big galactic council. And I go, who are you guys? And the name that I heard was, we are the Galactic Council of Peace. All right then. So I'm going to go ask them. Galactic Council of Peace. Chills. What can you tell us about helping us with this nuclear power plant in Ukraine? What can you share with us? Will you help? You know, and when I'm thinking of that, when I got quiet of that, I'm going to pull 3 cards and see what they are. When I pulled on it, when I was shuffling, I pulled on it, and I think I just forgot because I had a damn squirrel moment. I like squirrels too. Okay, I don't know. All right. Okay, so here we go. Galactic. This is so cool. It's just what I was talking about. The galactic energies. The galactic energies. Will they come in and save us? This is natural humility. So this goes along with the commenters who are saying, no, it's not them, it's us. We need to fix this. We need to come up with this. Natural humility. What if we were aware of our power, our creative powers? What if we were part of the Christ consciousness, the Buddha, the, pick one, the Arcturians, the ET, the angels? What if we were all part of that and we just had a natural humility to say, yeah, okay, we can create things as source energy, as an angel, as the Christ consciousness, Jeshua, Mary. Sometimes that blows my brain up because I'm still thinking the 4th of July or the nuclear power plant, because of my past beliefs that say, no, 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 don't believe that. That'll give you too much power. You need to believe in what we teach you so we can retain power, and send me money, by the way. Here's the little collection basket. Give me more money so that we can keep our power. See? Squirrel moment. Natural humility. What if we could, in our minds, stop this? Well, how do we get in there? Initiation and ceremony. And again, I would want to look at this card a little bit more. For some reason, I looked at 7-4 in this deck right now. This is the future, Vega, which is an 11, which is a master number for you numerologists out there. Very powerful. So the initiation is kind of throwing me a little bit, but the ceremony is what gets us into that space. As we are in our 3D bodies, as we are realizing what we need to do to access this natural humility, it's all about ceremony right now. So I was watching Dr. Gale's show, I'm name dropping, with Dr. Karen and Dr. Rima. And they were talking about their Mount Shasta experience with meeting ETs and Gale, not Gale, possibly Saint Germain, and they were talking about how they appreciated the chakra clearing, the initiation to get into ceremony, the prep to get into ceremony, and it's all about so that we can stay in this alone time and create what we want to create. It's this little rock fitting into the bigger piece. We get to do that. So yeah, those people who were saying, no, we need to do this, it's not so much asking for the ET's help. I think it's a combination, and we need to get quiet and think of what we want to see happen there, which is that nuclear reaction. Those bombs don't go off, but they're discovered, and they see what could have happened, what didn't happen, and put that out there. This could have been horrific. It wasn't. This guy's got to go. This guy can't keep creating destruction on the planet. Okay, let's take a look at some other things I want to read on 32 minutes. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Yusef Salaam. I may have been mispronouncing his name. I apologize. He was one of the exonerated Central Park Five. This kid was a teenager. I think he spent 30 years in prison, I think. Long time, long time. He was released because they found out through, I think it was DNA, that he did not commit the crime. And he is now running for the city council for Harlem. He, I think that election is in November. Oh, hang on. Got some alien calling me. Okay. They don't need to use the phone, you know? And then they don't leave messages. They just, well, you know, you guys get them all the time too, don't you? Yusef. You say Seth, I say Yosef. One of the things that I found was not surprising was that at that time, I think it was in the 80s or something, Trump took out a full-page ad as a real estate developer saying, bring back capital punishment and some other goofy thing that was, if he was right and they did that, then this innocent man would have been killed. When I listen to this guy talk, I'm like, how does he do this? How does he stay so positive in this wake of just horribleness? And speaking of how does somebody stay positive, Tanya, oh my God, Tea Time with Tanya. For those of you who are still listening, I put something up on my community page. If you haven't seen it, please go look at it. You got to be a subscriber to get on there, I think. I don't think you could just access it. I don't know. But she got assaulted while she was riding her bike unprovoked. They beat the hell out of her. She was in the hospital. She could barely talk. That woman gets on YouTube and says, I'm sorry, I won't be able to post anything today. I'm like, girl, what? What? Oh, ETs, they did leave a message. What do you want to bet that it's for a refinance or COVID relief money? Okay, sorry. Anyway, she gets on a couple days later and says, here's a medical update. And then she gets on and thanks everybody. And then she gets on and gives another update. She's doing much better. And I'm going, how does she stay so positive? She thanks me for putting up my little community post. I don't even know her. What an amazing, positive human being. So just sending just love and light out to all them positive, positive human beings. I want to read on Yusef because he is a politician and I can pick on him. This guy is so eloquent, so positive. And I go, there's bigger things for this guy. There's much bigger things for this guy. He says, I am in a unique position to help because I've been there. Yeah. And so as us light warriors, I think as we leave this planet in transition and we go, are we coming back? Or maybe when we were doing our soul contracts up there, maybe we have been in a unique position to help Earth at this time. Yes. All right. Yusef. No, don't go away. Yusef Salaam. Just a 6-card 411 on this guy. Because I think big things are coming for this guy. This is not going to end at a city council. I mean, it's Harlem, it's big, right? I'm not diminishing that at all. What the work he's doing is going to be huge in my intuitive mind. 411. Okay, I'm gonna do this one at a time. Yusuf, 3 of Wands. So he's just chilling. He's got his surfboard. He's looking at the waves. He's got some pretty cool tats on his calf. I don't know. And he's just standing there facing the wind. It's a light breeze. Just watching. It's being crossed by, boom, sun rays. The sun. The brightness that this guy shines. Boom. Think greater thanks. And this little beam of energy from the sun is hitting him right in the third eye. Knight of Swords. This guy's running pretty fast to go someplace. He's got things to do, places to go. In the past, as it relates, 5 of Pentacles. The loss, the sorrow, being left out in the cold, him being imprisoned for so many years. At the top of the reading that overshadows everything, 10 of Swords. In this deck, it's more of air, it's more of birds, feathers. So he's not feeling the swords in his back anymore. He's letting those go, but he is aware of the messages. And in the potential near future, he's walking away from sorrow towards a very, very bright future. I'm just going to leave it at that. I think this guy is a rising star. Oh, that was a sun. Well, the sun's a star, so there you go. I think he is a rising sun. Okay. One more and then I'm done. One more, then I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here today. Let's look about freedom of speech. A little one to end with. So there was a judge down in Louisiana that granted an injunction in response to a lawsuit brought by some attorneys in Louisiana and Missouri. Yay, Missouri. The lawsuit alleged the federal government overstepped its efforts to convince social media companies to address postings that could result in vaccine hesitancy during the COVID-19 or affect elections. So what I'm getting from this is that the federal government was telling the media companies, you can't talk about the dangers of vaccines or mistruths about elections. You got to open it up and let those mistruths go. Now, have there been some mistakes with all of this stuff and misinformation on both sides? Yes. For me, I feel like it's been more misinformation. I sounded like Trump and Charlotte right there. Oh my God. For me, it feels like there's more misinformation coming from the anti-vaxxers and from the election deniers. And it's been proven because Fox has lost their defamation lawsuit, is it Smartmatic or Dominion that they lost? Anyway, they had to pay $800 million. And so anyway, I'm getting hung up on the $800 million number because it was only 789, but then they had to pay 12 million to that one woman who said that Tucker Carlson it had toxic work environment. Yeah. So there's been a lot of misinformation being thrown around on maybe both sides with this. And the reason I say both sides is that I think that the government could have done a better job of putting this information out. And this is 100% hindsight. During the pandemic, we were all scrambling. We're like, what the hell? We're all going to die. So I don't fault them for that, but there needed to be, I think, a better messaging to get that out. There's a lot of blame to go along on that because Trump disbanded the pandemic office or something. He goes, no, let's just throw that out the window. We don't need that. So all the plans that were put in place were gone. And Fauci had to try to bring them all out again. Anyway, I haven't talked about Fauci in a long time. So is there going to be a way? I'm just going to pull 6 because this is way too deep. Is there going to be a way for us to get factual information that's going to be able to satisfy both sides? Oh, I'm hearing no. I'm hearing that's a silly ass question. one of my guides saying that. Sometimes. Is there going to be a way to tell the truth, to distinguish from the truth? Is there going to be a way? I was watching this one guy on the pandemic, and he's this doctor in England, and I go, this guy's really good, and he's laying out charts and this and that and drawing graphs, and he's extremely boring. And my wife is like glued to the TV, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm picking up bits and pieces. I go, this guy's good. And then he starts talking about the Florida Surgeon General's report on COVID. And I went, I'm not so sure I believe this guy anymore. And I'm thinking, well, why can't the Surgeon General speak the truth? Well, number one, because he's in Florida, and Ron DeSantis put him in there. And I go, okay, well, did this guy just get fooled? Or is he... Anyway, it made me very upset. Okay. Are we going to be able to get the truth? How are we going to be able to tell the truth from all of this stuff? Okay. Intuitively, we have to decide in our hearts what is true and what isn't. We can't use our brain. We're being manipulated too much. Let me drop this down, show you. Yes, that is a devil, and we're being hung out. We're being played as puppets. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups, loss. That's the central reading. We have the Eight of Swords, that's crossing it. Us being tied up, looking in the mirror and seeing that we're restricted. So there's two versions of what we're looking at. One free, one's restricted. In the bottom of the reading, we want to go back to a simpler time. Maybe it's just to believe in our big puppies. Maybe it's just to believe in puppies, and that's good. But as we get older and we have our older dog, we realize, oh, maybe we didn't train that dog well enough, and dog goes up. Some squirrel moment. Somebody came over to our house for a weekend barbecue, and they brought their dogs, and my wife put her food on the table, and the dog came up and ate it off the table. Oh, sorry. Okay, back again. In the past, we have the Ten of Cups. This is like, yeah, we don't have anything to worry about. It's all good. At the top of the reading, I don't think we were looking. We were just sitting on a rainbow being happy. At the top of the reading, how are we going to be able to decide what is true? We have to nurture this. We have to take care of the information we're receiving and really pay attention to it. And we have to, in the potential near future, we're going to be manipulated. So we have to be careful. I'm going to keep going with this. We have to be really careful. So internally, oops, Five of Wands. We have the battle that we are raging. What's true? What's not true? Externally, we have the Knight of Wands. The wands, they're not swords, but they are information coming in that's passionate and exciting and moving, hopes and fears. I think that the truth is going to get away from us. Knight of Swords. This is legal issues, starting legal issues. I don't know. And the final outcome is watch the waves. Just be vigilant. And know what the truth is. And know that there is going to be loss with this. There is going to be some sorrow. But we do have the key. We do have the key if we look inside and trust our instincts and what we believe in our heart. Okie dokie. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, thank you. Have a great day. Peace and love.